everybody, and welcome to Che Yoga TV. My name is Claire. I'm so looking forward to sharing this session with you. I often get asked, can you do a sun salutation on the chair? And my answer is, of course you can. You can do anything that you can do on the mat, on the chair, and make it accessible for everybody. So today we are going to focus on the sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, and I look forward to sharing it with you. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below how you find the video afterwards as well. Hopefully you really enjoy it. All right, let's get to the chair. So we'll start today in sitting mountain, so coming towards the front of the chair a little and just walking your feet forward a little as well, so that your ankles sit right under your knees and your knees then line up with your inner hip bones. And from here we want to feel the sit bones feeling even on the chair, so maybe you just have a little rock around forward and back, side to side a little bit, and just feeling into the sensation of the sit bones becoming centered and grounded. And then from there, feel the spine as it climbs up your back and it lifts nice and tall, really spacious. And then the shoulders soften into the back. And if you feel like it, you can close your eyes and let the eyes soften. Just starting to bring your awareness within, allowing the sense of letting go of the outside world just for a moment. Allowing yourself to just come within, the awareness shifting from anything that you've been doing or may be doing later, any sound around you, any thoughts even, could be distraction. Just letting your awareness maybe scan through your body, finding out what's happening in your body, any sensations that are present. Also perhaps noticing your breath. You might be able to feel the sensation of the breath expanding the torso, softening the torso, every breath deep and full and complete. Just for this moment, nothing to do but just breathe. Taking one more beautiful, deep and full and complete round of breath. And then when you feel ready, letting the eyes gently open. And maybe then just letting the hands flow away from the legs, grounding into your feet a little more, pressing down a little bit so that you get the support you need as we start to move the arms out and in. So just opening the hands to the sides and then bringing the hands across. And then opening out as you inhale and exhaling across and opening out. And exhaling. And again, opening out to the sides. And this time just letting the arms move away from you to wherever's comfortable. And then exhaling, coming down. Remembering that it's always up to you how far you want to move your body today. If you want to extend the arms out, feel free. If you don't want to, you don't have to. We'll do one more, just like that. And then bringing the hands down, pressing the hands down, Hashi, and then drawing the fingertips up to the armpits and then pressing the hands down. Do I need more of those? And then pressing down. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. And then just letting your arms start to float up. Now you can go up as high as feels comfortable to you. You can have your hands separate or joined. And then we'll float the arms all the way down. And again, breathing in. Just making sure the palms face up as you go past your shoulders. That's it. And exhaling.
And again, breathing in. Beautiful arm circles up and down. Lovely. And then facing your hands forward and letting your hands go in a different circle this time, taking both hands around and down. And you just make your circles as big or as small as you like. Everyone probably has a different place they want to go. And we'll change direction, going around the other way. And then just releasing that and opening out the arms as you expand the chest. Feel the shoulder blades move towards each other a bit. And then as you exhale, bringing your fingertips together, you might like to drop your head if that's comfortable. And your inhale breath, opening out, expand the chest. Oh, so nice to move our ribs, our shoulder blades. And once again, opening out and coming in. And then gently turning your palms back to back and bringing your hands past your heart and hands forward. And then coming back past your heart and back to back palms. And again, breathing in and breathing out. And again, in and out. And then letting the hands come around to your hips or perhaps your lower back, and letting the sternum lift up, and maybe the elbows come back, the shoulders move towards each other, pressing down into your feet. You might just gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, taking a breath there. And then as you exhale, let your tailbone move under and leaning back in your chair, or maybe rounding if that's comfortable for you. And then coming towards the front of the sit bones, expanding the chest again and opening the front body, exhaling to come back. And again, inhaling, moving the spine in both directions. Lovely, everyone. When you finish the cat one next time, leaning back, come back into the center and let's take some circles. We'll go towards the right first and then around to the front, over to the left and back, and just taking your time. There's no rush. Following your breath. We'll do 3 one way, 3 the other. So just moving in your own way and keeping your feet grounded to support you as you go around. When you finish that third one, just changing direction, going back and around the other way. Again, those circles are just as big or as small as you like to make them today. And then coming back up into the middle and taking your hands to a prism shape at the heart. So the fingertips, thumbs touching, palms separated. You can lift your elbows if you want to. Take a breath in, and on your exhale breath, twisting from the ribs towards the right. Now, come back to the middle. We're going to go side to side and see if you could keep your thumb right in the center of your chest and your eye gaze just at that middle finger. So we're just letting the spine do the twisting, and we're avoiding the temptation of moving the arms or moving the head. Sometimes we like to compensate moving the arms, moving the head, instead of actually twisting from the ribs. So this is an important functional movement of our spine. This is a great way to practice it. And just come back in the center, and we'll do exactly the same thing as we go into a side bend this time, keeping your focus on that middle finger and keeping the thumbs at the center of the chest. Beautiful. Really nice, everybody. Do one more to each side, breathing out as you lean over, breathing into the center. And then gently letting your hands come down to your legs. And taking a breath in, grow tall, lift up out of the hips and fold forward as you exhale. You might like to slide your hands down your legs and then draw your hands up your legs and maybe lift the spine just a little, and then take the hands down the legs. You can go down the front, up the sides, wherever you'd like. Maybe give all of your lower legs a little bit of love and attention. Say, how are you doing down there? It's been a while since we connected. It's nice to have a little check-in. Give them some love. Let's come all the way up this time. Come up all the way. Maybe bring your hands up the sides of your legs, and you might even give your hips a rub or your bottom a little squeeze. Maybe even on your lower back, you might like to take your knuckles and give a little rub, or your palms. Feels good. And then we'll bring the hands back out and just let them relax for a second and take a breath. Notice all that beautiful energy that we just stimulated from using that self-touch. It's a really nice way to stimulate the energy and the circulation without having to put pressure onto any joints as well. So let's go side to side now with the knees, just letting them gently move. And we want to keep the torso in the center and just let the legs move out of the hip joints, leg bones move out of the hip joints. She got it. That's it. And then coming back into the center and just sliding your right leg forward and back, and then your left leg. Yeah, we'll just get our knees a little bit of movement here. And the next one we'll do is going under the chair. So we'll take the foot behind, bring that back, and take the other one back. So lovely. And then coming back into the center and just rolling through the ankles. So coming onto the balls of the feet and rolling through the ankles in one direction and then changing direction. I love feeling that little massage on the balls of the feet here as well. Nice. And then we can bring the feet back down and take a breath in sitting mountain here. Now from here, let's breathe in and let the arms float up towards the sky. Take them to wherever's comfortable for you. And on your exhale breath, folding forward, out from the hips, over the legs, connect with your shins somewhere. Use your inhale and just slide up a little bit halfway, and then sliding back down on your exhale. And then use your inhale to come all the way back up, letting the hands come through the heart center. Beautiful. And let's take that right leg back. We'll come onto the ball of the foot, ground into your left foot. Keep your hands at your heart, or maybe have them on your legs if it's more stable. And then we'll lean forward a little bit from the hips, pressing into both feet. And if you feel like, you can lift your hands off, maybe about shoulder height, and hug the elbows in. Imagine kind of like you're pushing against something in front of you if you want to. Taking a breath here. Breath out. Use your inhale breath then to press yourself back up and bring your foot forward again. Ground into your feet. Take your hands to about your rib cage and imagine that you're pressing yourself away from a wall in front, and draw the belly in just a little bit, the pit of the belly. Feeling that breath in, ground the feet, press the hands. As you exhale, imagine you're lowering yourself towards that wall in front. Hug the elbows in. Maybe they move back a little bit as you tilt your torso forward. And then on your inhale breath, send your heart forward and up, a little back bend. Beautiful. Come back to neutral as you exhale and push yourself away from that wall in front of you again. Good. And then let the hands come down. And take your right leg forward, maybe just the right leg if you'd like, or you could do your left leg as well. Pull the toes back and ground the feet to the floor, and it doesn't matter how bent your knees are. Breathe in and lift up out of the hips, and as you exhale, hinge halfway forward, And then if you want, you can bring your hands to your shoulder height, or maybe reach them forward, or maybe even up and forward, but keeping the torso in this nice diagonal line. So we have a little bit of a V shape at the hip. You could again imagine you pressing into a wall in front of you, grounding the heels down, taking a breath. Beautiful, nice spine alignment, everybody. Looks so good. And then on your inhale breath, coming up from there and gently walking your feet back in. And we'll take the left leg underneath the chair this time. And then coming forward, pressing into both feet, bringing your hands maybe up and adding that little bit of resistance if you'd like to. Hugging the elbows in, pressing through the palms. And then using your front foot to press you back up, come back into sitting mountain. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, fold forward over the legs. Use your inhale breath to come up halfway, and your exhale to fold down. And your inhale to rise all the way up to seated. And exhale to bring the hands through the heart center. Taking a breath here in our mountain pose, Tadasana. Maybe you can feel the energy that's been stimulated through the system. A bit of heat, a heartbeat. And then grounding your feet down, letting your arms gently float up to the sky again. And as you exhale, folding out from the hips over the legs. And then inhaling, coming up, that halfway lift. Exhaling to fold down. And your inhale to rise all the way up to seated. Bringing your hands through your heart center. And maybe back down to the lap just as we get set up. Taking that left leg behind you. Lifting up out of the hips and hinging forward a little. So pressing with the back foot but resisting with the front foot. And then if you want to, bring your hands up and engage a little bit through the arms. Next time you inhale, press up with that front foot, ground your left foot back to sitting mountain. Press the ground and press that imaginary wall. It's so heavy, push it away from you. That's it. We're using our mind today to build strength. Taking a breath in here, and then as you exhale, imagining that you're lowering your body towards this wall in front of you. Bring the elbows back, maybe the hands come to the rib cage height. And then on your inhale breath, expanding through the chest. And on your exhale, coming back to that neutral spine and pushing that wall away from you again. Pushing back, lengthening the arms, and then letting the hands come down. Then taking out your left leg, maybe just the left or maybe left and right. Knees can be as bent as you like, pulling the toes back and grounding the heels down. Breathing in, lifting up out of the hips, and then coming forward to that halfway line. Bringing your hands in, maybe to shoulder height or maybe forward, maybe out and up. Taking a breath here. Relax through your shoulders. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. Lovely, everyone. Next time you inhale, pressing up from there, coming back to sit up and bringing your feet back to sitting mountain. This time taking your right leg back behind onto the ball of the foot, breathing in, and then as you exhale, just hinging forward, coming into that lunge again, pressing with both feet, arms energized if you'd like. Breathing in here, breathing out, and then inhaling to press yourself back up again. Both feet come to sitting mountain. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, folding forward over your legs. Use your inhale to come up halfway. Your exhale to fold down. And your inhale to rise all the way up. Bringing your hands back to your heart center on your exhale. And to Tadasana, our mountain pose. Taking a breath here to pause. just enjoying that moment of feeling that yoga magic flowing around. Now from here, letting your hands slide back up along your legs and bringing your shoulder blades towards each other as the hands float behind you. Pressing the ground down and lifting the sternum, letting the eyes gaze to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Taking a beautiful breath into the front of your body. One more breath in, and as you exhale, releasing through the upper back, the chest, the hands, and taking another breath in. You might feel that breath into the back of the body. Breathing out. And then bringing your feet and knees in towards the center, taking a breath here, twisting gently to the right as you exhale. Maybe letting your left hand find the outer right thigh. Maybe letting the right hand be on the seat or the hip or the lower back, whatever's comfortable for you. And using your inhale breath, slowly come back to the center. Ground your feet, keep the spine tall as you twist towards the left now. One more breath. And then we'll come back into the center again and just bringing the legs out a little if they came in. Keeping them bent if you'd like, or if you want to, you can straighten them in front of you, keeping the knees soft. And taking a breath in, this time we'll keep our hands on our legs as we come forward, and you may like to even come a little closer to your legs if that feels okay for you. You could even slide your hands down your legs if that feels okay. If you want to take your head down, just make sure you lift the ribs forward and over so there's space at the front of your body so you can breathe. And also if there's any pressure in your head or your chest, just come back up and bring your head up above your heart so we can alleviate that. Now just relax your shoulders down your back. Let the face relax. Make sure you can breathe. Maybe soften the elbows a little, the fingertips. And just taking one more breath here. And then slowly making your way up. Take your time as you inhale, coming up over a couple of breaths if you'd like to. And then bringing your feet back to sitting mountain. Either keeping them here again or maybe taking them out a little wider apart. Taking a breath in, just being conscious of having the ankles and knees under each other's and the middle toes in line, just to look after our knees when we come forward here. Breathing in tall, and if you want to come through the center, letting your hands gently make their way down the outer edges of your legs this time. And then if you feel like letting the head fall down, you're more than welcome. But once again, just remember about that pressure. If there is any, keeping your head up above your heart will be very helpful. And feel a breath into the back of the body, relaxing through the face, relaxing through the shoulders. Sort of as little effort as you need now. Taking another breath into the back of the body. Soften everything as you exhale. And then start to come up using your inhale, just taking your time and as many breaths again, especially if your head was down. You want to take as many breaths as you can. And just letting your knees drop in just for a moment, letting the feet walk out wide and just taking a beautiful breath into the lower back. And then either staying tall in sitting mountain, or if you'd like to, you can sit back into the chair a little bit and let the back of your body rest on the chair. And you're welcome to let your feet just come out to wherever's comfortable. You can turn your palms up on your lap maybe, or maybe let the hands fall down beside you if that feels nice. And just letting everything start to soften in your system. You might like to feel as though the eyes fall back in the sockets. Feeling as though the brain falls away from the skull. Letting the back teeth part. And the tongue fall away from the back of the throat. Neck softening, the shoulders, the elbows, fingertips, the chest and shoulders and upper back, belly, all the organs, lower back, the bottom, and the hips, and the thighs and the knees, calves and the ankles, and the feet, tips of the toes. Soft and relaxed through your whole body. And as the body relaxes, the mind relaxes. Feeling yourself just letting go of thoughts. If they come in, they just simply float away again. There's nothing to do right now, but just simply be. Allow yourself a moment here of stillness, of quietness, of peace, of just simply being and resting. You stay here for a moment. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. But nothing for you to do, but just rest. Notice how it feels to be at rest, to be still, quiet, and peaceful. Remember this feeling. And know that you can come back to it whenever you want. This place of still quietness and peace within you is always there. It's a part of you. You have full permission to return to it whenever you need. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whoever you're with, this place is yours alone. So come come back whenever you need to. Just bringing your awareness back to your breath now. Letting your breath guide you gently back into your body. Feeling the sensation starting to return to your body as each breath just lights up the cells with new energy, with freshness, aliveness. Let the breath make its way down into the fingers and the toes. Start to give the fingers and toes a little wiggle. Perhaps moving the joints of the ankles and the wrists. Any other movements that you'd like to make as you gently bring yourself back into sitting mountain. Just taking your time, there's no rush. You might do some little swivels and sways along the way. Absolutely let your body guide you. And then we can bring our hands to our heart centers. Bowing the eyes towards the heart, acknowledging ourselves for being here today, for taking time to look after ourselves and nourish ourselves, to rest as well. So important to find balance. And just offering a little prayer that all beings everywhere be held with infinite, unconditional love, including ourselves. And may all beings be happy and free and peaceful. So it is. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining me in that chair yoga practice today. It was so fun sharing that sun salutation flow with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do let me know in the comments if you have questions, comments, or something that you want to see in a chair yoga session. I can definitely give that a go. So yeah, pop it down below. All right, have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.